Devil, always a Blue Devil.
That's right, my man. And so, basically, we came up with the idea, Bradley and I did. This is Bradley Ledbetter right here. He's a good friend of mine. Known Bradley for several years. He brought along Peeves, we call him, Joseph Greer,
Yes.
my friend. And he come along, Bradley and he was kind of thinking about doing this themselves. So when I reached out to Bradley's like, it's funny you guys mentioned that, because me and another buddy of mine was thinking about coming on and doing that. So once we pitched the idea, everything clicked.
Did you think it would be as popular as quickly as it is?
No, I don't think any of us did.
No.
No way.
We didn't. I mean, week 3, we're on Talk of Alabama.
Yeah, which is awesome, by the way. It was incredible.
And we were all in shock about that. We didn't think that, that was even remotely in the realm of something we do the first year.
That story was funny because he was down in Florida on vacation. I was like, Bo, I kind of got in touch with ABC. They want to do something on Talk of Alabama in their morning show. He's like, okay, we can do it. Next thing I know, I get an email. And she's like, oh, can you be here in 3 days, like in the morning? And Bo's like, I'll be home Monday. We'll be ready. Let's go.
Man, that is incredible. So talk us through the creative of coming up with this. Obviously, a lot of people love movies. Movies are probably more popular now than ever. But the way you guys play the beer into it, and beer is huge now. Craft beer is huge. I don't have to tell you guys that, but Alabama's actually getting notoriety for all the different craft artesian beers. I'm not an expert by any means, so you guys speak on that a little bit.
One thing I think that the reason that we had the 2 combinations is what's something that we all enjoy. Is beer and movies. It's something that we do all the time. So Bradley and I was thinking, why not film this and let's dive into both of those a little bit deeper. And then you don't know exactly how much people love craft beer until you actually start looking and finding out how many breweries there are. Like Back 40 is a testament to it. And Jason and I talked the other day for like 3 hours at Back 40, and he told me, not too long ago, like maybe 10 years ago or 11 years ago, he said there was only 450 breweries in America. There's currently 7,000.
Holy crap. So what would be the difference? I'm asking out of ignorance, okay? What's the difference in the old school, the late 80s, early 90s, you hear microbreweries to what this is?
Well, microbreweries essentially is the backbone, you say, of craft beer.
That's pretty much where it starts, whether it's a small business, whether it's somebody in their garage with a brew kit or anything like that, which in the state of Alabama, what kicked it off here is, I want to say 3 or 4 years, maybe a little bit longer, they passed that law to where you can actually brew so much at home now.
The free the hops helped with
that. Yeah, and now you're starting to see more people actually get into it, and they've learned the brew process from sitting at home, so they want to go get jobs at places like Good People, Avondale, Back 40, Blue Pants, these places all over Alabama that are now national known beers.
Pete's got something to say on that.
Yeah, I mean, we had a great honor to sit down with the brewmaster at Chiop Brewery, and he walked us through a lot. He was one that started doing it in his garage at home, and then became a brewmaster over the entire brewing company.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job in explaining the process, the fermentation, the yeast, how long each individual beer, like from a lager to a stout, how long fermentation and all that takes. So it's a lot more than just going and paying $10 for a good 6-pack in pocket.
What's the first say, man? Great nickname, greatest nickname ever. Dude, that's awesome. Freaking. Do you play much golf? You caddy very much?
Okay. No, I've never played golf.
I think
Sorry.
I know where he's going with
Yeah, a little Happy Gilmore there. I was looking for the sock, but it was great. When I see the commercials, when I first started understanding the beer process was seriously from the Samuel Adams commercials. Man, that's fantastic. A big company like that and the way they do things. When are you guys going up there?
Well, actually, that's not out of the possibility because Jason is friends with him. And Jason and I talked about him the other day, and he was a major influence. Jason spoke about him reaching out to him and sending emails and calling, and they kept saying he's kept what you call a gatekeeper. And the gatekeeper kept telling him, "You'll talk to them. You will talk to him." So Jason said one day he was literally just walking down the street and his phone rings, and it's the CEO of Boston Beer Works, which turned into Sam Adams. And so Jason still stays in communication with him, and he told me, he's like, I can actually get you in touch with this guy, and I'm not even playing. So, I mean, that's a dream, but he's the first billionaire ever in the craft beer industry.
Holy wow.
$1 billion with a B.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
He can cut us a check. We'll be okay with that, right?
Hey, he can cut us anything he wants.
I'll endorse anything.
Yeah. This is the greatest beer ever brewed, period. I don't care what it is.
That's great. So let's transition into the movie plight of what you guys do. I love the banter. I love the back and forth. I love the fact that you guys are all very opinionated. Sometimes people don't like that, but for what you're doing, it's awesome. And there's no yes man in your group.
No.
I like the fact that you're strong on your beliefs. I mean, I don't get into like you guys get into it. We were talking before. No one quit listening to my show. I've only seen one Star Wars movie.
That's
My
awesome.
son made. I've never seen them, right? And Jeremy, who produces for me, is one that slit my throat a couple times. Jeremy Foster is a huge Star Wars guy. I know you don't piss off Star Wars people. That's why I know for
Yeah,
sure.
they turn on you.
They do. So, but I enjoy, you know, just hearing you guys go back and forth and stuff that movies I don't even watch. But I'm not really into some of the movies you guys are. I will watch. You know, the Justice League was cool. I love Aquaman from a kid, and again, I say this on my show, and before the movie came out, I was more excited about Pooh, Christopher Robin than any movie in years, right? I saw it first day when I was a young kid and a little kid. I had Winnie the Pooh, man, but I had nothing else. I had Winnie the Pooh, 3, 4, 5, and that sticks with people my age. So I thought that movie was fantastic. Not that you're asking. I thought it was fantastic.
That's the magic of movies, man. Is a lot of these get recreated, and a lot of them that like comic book characters you may have worshipped or loved as a kid, who got you through your tough childhood.
Yeah.
Now he's on silver screen. Now you lead it down to your children. The reason we even came up with the channel is I knew I couldn't get one of my everyday go to the gym guys because we'd agree on everything. So I had to get Bradley, who's different opinionated with politics.
Well,
and different
is he saying you don't go to the gym? That's what I'm
He's
saying?
not, he's not lying.
Oh, okay.
But I had
I'm
to
a
get
big guy.
somebody. I had to get somebody that I really respected, that I really knew had the same passion I did to match the passion, but was opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And
You
that's
guys are a
why
very eclectic group, right?
Yeah.
My man here, Peeves, comes across to me as very analytical.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And you were just high energy.
You could say that.
What I've seen is high
Yeah,
energy. You
you
guys
could
blend
say
so well, but
that.
you're so different. I think that's what makes it work.
His knowledge is what.
Oh, my God.
We got. I mean, we got to have that because as you grow and you get bigger and bigger and bigger, Bradley's knowledge, we're going to get tested. Because let's say we put out a video and it goes viral. Let's say we get 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, which could happen.
Sure.
You're going to start getting those questions. Wow, who is this screenwriter? Who is this director? And what else are they doing? They're going to start challenging you. So you have to have a Bradley. I'm more of the everyday moviegoer. I tell what I feel in the movie, what I feel with the lead up, how I thought it was written, how I thought it played out. He'll tell you the director, the screenwriters, the guy who brought the cake to the table,
Who wrote
in
the
one
score,
scene.
right?
I don't know. You got me on Howard the Duck the other day.
Oh, yeah.
With Jeffrey Jones
Oh, yeah,
trying to
yeah.
remember the actor's name.
But I think you hit on a good word there. And let's let Peeves jump in here on this one. You said how it makes you feel, and movies, man, that is heartstrings. That is emotion. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, movies, they can bring out different emotions. A lot of movies, can bring out anger because the movie's terrible, or it can bring out joy because the movie's really good. And then movies themselves can, pull on your heartstrings. Take, for example, the first 5 minutes of Up. If you watch that and you don't have a tear in your eye, I don't think you're human. Movies have gotten to the point that they can teach you so many emotions, show you so much. I think it's really a testament to how far it's come from way back when it was the silent days to now, where you can put everything on screen.
Hey, talk to us because I'm an average moviegoer at best, right? I'm kind of an old guy. I like what I like, and I do tend to look at the reviews these days, the Rotten Tomatoes and those kind of things. But some of the movies that they say are awful, I enjoy.
Oh, absolutely, man.
So what makes these guys the Siskel or the Ebert of today?
When I do read reviews, the first reviews I always go towards are the negative reviews, just to see if there's any problems to expect, any technical problems, any, oh my God, this guy can't act to save his life, or anything like that. And I think a lot of it is, I'm not getting into this whole stupid conspiracy about how they pay off, critics and all that. I think a lot of it is different critics have different things they like about things. When it comes to plot, dialogue, all that, and whereas something that seems like it's okay, they will just crap all over. They'll literally just treat it like, it's the worst thing they've ever seen. And it turns out to be a decent movie and end up making, $600-700 million.
So what makes a movie successful? Is it just the revenue?
I would say
I think fan participation and fan enjoyment, in my opinion.
perception. I look at more of
Yeah.
what makes it successful. What turned do fans like it? Because you can see movies that make billions of dollars and critics hated it. And then you have movies that literally made absolutely no money, but they end up becoming cult classics. Like Pulp Fiction did crap in theaters.
Sicario.
And now suddenly Sicario, the first Sicario, it ended up winning Oscars, but nobody knew what it was. But fans
I've never
loved
heard of it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Josh Brolin, Benicio del Toro, check it out.
Well, obviously the way my show works is I have people again like my Facebook page out there, the Daily Caval with Jerry White. They send me messages to ask guests, and that buzzing was Craig Ford calling me.
Okay.
Just because he's going to be a senator doesn't mean he gets to jump ahead of the line, Craig. I'll call you back, right? I got an important guest with me right now. I'll call you the next break, okay? Somebody wanted to ask about some movies that had mixed reviews over the years. They were requested as flops, and there's several different emails that kind of combined in here. Opinion on Waterworld. I like that giggle. I like it.
Which one of you guys want to take this one?
You can handle that one. I'm not talking on that movie.
It's
I'll take
well,
it.
for one, it's the highest budget of all time.
No, that was Battlefield Earth.
Waterworld was at one
I
point.
think Age of Ultron won it though, or Infinity War.
Is it now? Was Waterworld at one time?
At one
Yeah,
time,
it came out.
At one time, it had the highest budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at the time it was definitely a flop. It
Yeah.
made next to no money back, and when you have that kind of budget, you expect to make some money back. But over the years, since it's such a bad movie, it's gained a cult following.
Yep.
And once you get that cult following, all of a sudden, your friend's like, "Hey, do you like bad movies?" You're like, "Yeah, I know they're enjoyable. Go watch Waterworld. Go watch Battlefield Earth. These terrible movies that were huge flops are suddenly becoming popular just because they're that
How
bad."
terrible they are. And I think, to touch on Pete's point, we did that Guilty Pleasure show. Movies that we watch, and if you came in and watched us watching, you'd be like, "What are you doing? What are you watching here?" So we had a Guilty Pleasure show.
Yeah.
Anything Michael Bay has touched, this is an ongoing joke on the show. I'm sure you know that.
All right, next movie that they want to hear about, in the water theme, Castaway.
Castaway to me is a testament of what absolutely unbelievable acting can do. You have a guy on an island by himself who makes it. This is why we have this channel, though. You got a guy on an island by himself, making you actually entertained for near 2 hours with a volleyball. And the testament to what he did to his body to make that
Absolutely,
movie,
that's
where
incredible.
He gained that weight and then he lost that weight. Tom Hanks to me is cream de la cream when it comes to acting.
Absolutely, and your opinion is different, people.
Pete's got something.
I can't take anything away from Tom Hanks as an actor, but that movie's just boring. No one wants to pay that kind of money to go see you play on a beach with a volleyball. You can go do that
I
yourself.
love the movie. I have to admit, I'm a fan. I'm a
I
fan.
do too.
I think Wilson. I think volleyball actually should have earned a supporting actor
awesome.
for that.
But to your point, Bo, you felt his pain.
Oh, yes.
Like when he loses him in the water, you felt that.
No, man, he made you feel it.
But my favorite meme of all time is from that movie. He's writing on the rock. 754 days and Michigan still sucks. That's my favorite meme of all time. Interesting. Passion of the Christ.
To me, man, whether you were Christian or not, you have to respect that movie. And I think it took a lot of guts to make that movie because how graphic they got. Because if you read the Bible, it wasn't no picnic. I mean, it was brutal, and I thought it took a lot of guts for them to dive into that and really say, no, this is reality. You know what I mean?
And who produced the movie? Did he write too? Did he write, direct, produce?
I think
Mel
he did.
Gibson. He
Yeah,
did
Mel
all. He
Gibson.
wrote, produced, and directed.
Yeah.
Which I thought
Is an oddity. He's not known as a in the religious world, which I hate religion. he's really not known for those type of movies or have those kind of interests then. I guess maybe more so now. But to your point there, and Pastor Jeff Underwood is with us every Wednesday here. You know, he does a sermon that's probably my favorite sermon he's ever done. It's called From Glory to Glory, and it really breaks down how graphic it was, and how you know, the Bible even states that he was unrecognizable as a human. That's how brutal it was.
Yeah.
And again, I'm a novice here. I'm letting you guys talk.
Yeah, but
Do you think?
well, I mean, I remember sitting in the theater and I was like, man, this is just uncomfortable, dude. Like I thought it took just courage to make that movie. And then in a time, I mean, let's be honest, it's not, you know, a lot of people look at society. It's not super cool to be a Christian nowadays, you know. But to step out and make that kind of movie, I give him mad props, dude. And to dive into it as hard as he did and make it as graphic as he did and well written, and to bring it to life. And you know, people got saved off that movie.
Absolutely.
You know.
I mean, I think a real testament to that movie is still to this day, with your Deadpool's coming out and all that, it's still the #1 highest grossing domestic box office R-rated movie.
I know I did. I didn't know there was a category. I'm so ignorant. I don't know all this stuff.
But I think it, like Bo said, it brought a lot of people that wouldn't have been introduced into that, into the mindset of just, you know, what Jesus Christ did to go and die for everyone's sins. And as you pointed out, he was unrecognizable as a human when they mention it in the Bible. So you can't have, you know, just putting him on the cross like barely tied up with a little bit of blood like you see in most movies.
Yeah.
Like your Sunday morning passion service
Absolutely.
on Easter, it was nothing like that.
Absolutely.
And one more thing to that,
Yeah.
like, and it makes you think, man, I'm tired. I don't want to get up this Sunday and go to church. I'm
Go
like,
ahead,
dude,
man.
look what this man went through, you know.
Great point. This next movie, I know you guys talked about it a billion times, but everyone on my pages wanted to talk about it and texting about it. Infinity Wars.
Did you may start? Or?
But
I think we all love it for one.
I haven't saw it, right? My daughter saw it twice, and she cried when she came home both times. And she wants to see it again. Why do you want to go see it again?
It's one of those that's so good you want to keep watching. I think I've seen it 11 times.
Holy crap.
And yes, I am a nerd. I bought it 2 weeks release when it came out on digital on Comcast. I bought it immediately. Anybody who's a fan of the MCU, it's the culmination of everything to this point. It had the Russo brothers, you know, take it over, who did The Winter Soldier, which happens to be my favorite MCU movie. But it was, I mean, they did a great job. I mean, from top to bottom, we actually, as a collective group, don't agree on anything. We all agree that movie was good.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin, I'm just going to tell you this right now. This is the summer of Josh Brolin with Sicario 2, Deadpool 2, and Infinity Wars. He, like always, absolutely killed as Thanos. And it made it a very...
Best villain ever?
He's right there, if not. He's definitely in the MCU or DC.
MCU and DC, yeah. He's still Vader's my #1. Like that's
Vader's the cult. I mean, like he's
sorry, Jeremy, my bad.
I still would give Ledger off the acting perspective.
Okay.
As far as a dominant, you know, no question, he's dominant. You know, I still think
That Joker.
is just
Fantastic.
another planet, in my opinion. But to answer that, I think collectively we all love it.
Okay.
High grades.
Let's talk about some movies that are coming out. You already mentioned some, but what can we expect? Maybe some stuff we don't even know is really coming out the next year or so.
The stuff we're going to be we obviously the blockbusters, the ones that everybody want to know about, the ones everybody want to see. That's the ones that we're going to focus on. Like we're going to give reviews. We've done some reaction trailers to Shazam, Glass, which is the new M. Night Shyamalan movie.
I love that
Aquaman.
guy, by the way. M. Night Shyamalan.
It's great.
A lot of people don't. You're the lover and hater. I think he's fantastic.
Aquaman's a definite. You know, which right now on our YouTube is our most watched video on our channel, and it still just gains more and more views every single day. Trying to think of other things coming out besides the big blockbusters.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Captain Marvel in February.
Yeah, we've got Captain Marvel. On the note of, you know, movies that aren't going to be the blockbusters, we did one on Overlord, which looks very entertaining. I mean, World War II and zombies. I mean, how can you not?
It's perfect.
That was a fan request.
Yeah, fan request.
Yeah.
And Tilla Battle Angel, which is actually being produced by James Cameron. and the other dude that worked with him on Titanic and Avatar, and being directed by Robert Rodriguez, who did From Dusk Till Dawn and Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Sin City.
So basically, what Peeves is saying, the guy under their belt has the 2 top grossing movies of all times doing this movie, but it's an underlined movie
But
with a cult following.
the movie itself is based on an anime, and which I'm an anime guy myself. Bo's not. Brad is a little bit of an extent.
My sons, I am not. I am not.
It looks visually beautiful, and I have faith in just about everyone that's behind it. I mean, Christoph Waltz is one of the main characters as well. Should definitely be in it.
Let's go back just for a second, because 3 messages in a row here. Talk to us about Megalodon.
I haven't seen it yet. That's what I'm definitely going to see.
Yeah.
From what I've seen and read, it seems like a Jaws on steroid.
I've got a big soft spot for disaster films and creature features, so I'm all for it, especially with Jason Statham, man, because Bo understands he's keeping it real for the bald guys out here, making us still look good.
Yeah.
But it's something I'm really interested in. I haven't gotten a chance to see it.
Well, I'm a huge animal guy, so I root for Jaws. Right?
Always.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on now.
Rampage, I was rooting for George. I was rooting for the gorilla.
And we're loving the questions too. So that way you can't script anything. We love questions.
Yeah, and again, it's the fans of the show, man.
Absolutely.
And we'll see what they want to hear. I mean, what was this? Hotel Transylvania 3, is that a thing?
Oh yes, I've seen it. I loved it. It's similar to the first 2, which is not a bad thing. I really enjoyed it. My daughter absolutely loved it.
I feel judgment in your laugh.
No,
My wife-
inside joke. We just went and saw it the
My
other
wife
night.
and our producer actually went and seen it a
Okay.
couple of days ago.
It was so good. It really was.
I enjoyed it. I think it hit on all the levels that the other ones did.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's more of the same, but I mean, that's why you went to see the first 2, because it was more of the same. Very good movie. I highly recommend if your kid likes the first 1 or 2, to go see it.
Or you don't have to be a kid.
I go see animated movies all the time. I'm not ashamed.
Yeah.
I've been back and forth. I saw someone talking, some entertainment show or something, about how they think Mile 22 is going to be way bigger than the Rotten Tomatoes people in the world think it's going to be. You guys saw that yet, or?
I haven't seen it yet.
I've heard of it. I hadn't seen a trailer or anything for it yet. I haven't really read
It's
too
not,
much
it's
on
not
it.
out yet, is it?
Yeah.
It is.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything on it.
Yeah.
Do with Wahlberg, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. I hadn't. We gotta get to the movies, man.
What are you guys doing?
I know, dude.
on,
How we talking about
Oh, he's
movies
hurt.
now?
I see it in his face.
We're that one.
shifted wrong.
That one I will check out. I always
You
get
need
to see
to cheer with
Wahlberg.
the arms?
We've just had a whole
almost
bunch
had
of
it
stuff
for a
going on
second.
with the show and work.
Yeah, no doubt. You guys are blowing
My
up.
wife's out of town during the week, so I'm a single father during the week. But those 2 movies I do plan on going and see.
Another movie that I saw, don't hate me. I'm not a big Tom Cruise guy. I'm really not.
Mission
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a
Oh
good film.
yeah.
I haven't seen the new one. I saw the last one, the first one that Simon Pegg coming on,
Yeah.
Ghost Protocol. I absolutely loved it.
Everybody needs a ginger in their life.
Just because of the fact that I respect Tom Cruise on the whole. He does all his own stunts. He's like this little 5'2", 5'3" guy, and he looks so much larger than life on the screen.
Yeah.
But at least you can go to his movies, and there's a term we use: popcorn movie. It's a good popcorn movie. You can turn your
Great
brain off.
term.
You don't have to think about the movie or any kind of plot. You just get entertained and walk out having fun.
I enjoyed it. I'm not a huge Tom Cruise guy. It's a great. He's a great action
Oh,
actor,
yeah.
right? Iconic.
Yeah, like both the Jack Reacher movies I love. He's good. He's
Edge of
weird, but he's
Tomorrow
good.
was
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah,
another-
I'm a John Wick guy.
Oh yeah, and that's coming out. John Wick 3's coming out.
I'm excited.
We're filming it right now.
I keep hearing rumors. Okay, I'm making this about me, movies I like, because you're in my studio, right? So I need this knowledge, right?
Right.
Are we ever going to see National Treasure 3? Ever?
I don't know. That's a good
Quiet.
question. actually.
What's left to steal?
Well, from what I read online, they're in talks, and it's going to be in England or somewhere. I think is where the next plot is going to be. I really enjoyed the first two. I thought they were awesome. On my all-time favorite list. I love those 2 movies, but I'm a fat white guy, so.
I absolutely, like you said, love the first 2. Both of them have strong villains. I mean, and Sean Bean doesn't die at the end of.
Yeah,
the
it's
first
one of the few movies Sean
Yeah.
Bean doesn't die
That's true, he
in.
does.
But if you remember at the end of the second one, after they found all the Gold City and all
Yeah.
that, he gets a call from the president. He's like, "There's something else in the Library of Congress that maybe
Yeah.
you need
Yeah.
to see," and that's
Yeah.
how it ended. So I mean, they have their room there to do a third one, and I would
That's
enjoy
true.
a third one.
I did forget about that Easter egg. That is true.
Dude,
That is true.
Easter egg?
Yeah.
I'm not up on my jargon. I don't know.
It's little things hidden in movies, like when people go to see not Winter Soldier, but First Avenger
Yep.
for Arnold Zola, the little short bald doctor. If you look close in movies, you saw the blueprints for his android body from the comic books. It's these little things they hide in movies
See.
for fans of if it's a pre-existing franchise to pick up
You
on.
could speak of the one on Infinity Wars that people may not have heard.
The one on Infinity Wars recently when Ebony Maw and Black Dwarf were first attacking New York. If you look down hanging from him, he has a sash that looks like some Kree armor, and automatically that's a tie to Captain Marvel, which is their next movie coming up in the MCU in February. I think.
And you guys do way more than movies. Obviously, the sitcom talk I thought
yeah.
was fantastic, and you guys do deep dive in a lot of different areas.
Television, we haven't touched enough on television, which we're starting to dive into. We're actually going to be doing live feeds after the Mayan MC starts back on September 4th.
Yeah.
We're going to do a live feed after each show. As soon as it goes off, we're going to go live and talk about the show. The good thing is this. Peebs and I have seen Sons of Anarchy. I love it. Peebs not so much, which is good. Bradley's never seen it. So
I've
you're going to
never
have a
seen it.
guy who's never seen Sons of
Yeah.
Anarchy, a guy who's absolutely loves, who's an advocate, and a guy who's watched it and had to plow his way through it because he didn't enjoy it. But that's good because we're going to have three different perspectives on this new season. Same thing when Game comes back, Game of Thrones. We're also going to go live after each one of those.
That's something else we all pretty agree on.
We
Yeah, we
actually
all-
agree on Game of Thrones.
It is fantastic.
Well, let's get back. I'll let you finish off before I let you go and talk about how people can see you, how to contact, those kind of things. Let's go down at your list of top 5 crafted beers. People want to know.
That's tough.
That is tough. I'm gonna let one of y'all go first. I've got to think about this.
I don't know, man. That's so tough. Because, I mean, I got so many that's just like 1A, 1B. I don't know. I don't
Well,
even
I need like a full bullet point outline for.
I do know that we are on at Back 40. I know they're listening to us. So.
Yes, absolutely. Which Truck Stop Honey Testament did. It is the second honey wheat beer in the world, right? I believe.
Trade Day's one I wish I could get. No, was it Trade Day or Fence Post the seasonal stout they have?
I think it was Trade Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I could get year round. Like that's probably my favorite they put out. And if we ever go eat there, that's what I get on tap.
And,
Why?
and I told Jason the other day, without a doubt, man, the best can of beer I've ever seen is the Mandarin Chief. That has Trump on it. And I told him, I said, man, that is, whoever came up with that is fantastic, dude. That is unbelievable. We talked about that the other day. I don't know, man. It's so tough. I can't even. I can't
Next
think
time,
about it.
next time, come prepared with
I
the
will. I
top
will come
5 for
prepared.
sure.
It's so tough, man.
Peace. Come on, haven't heard you mention.
Really to like sit down and list like top 5 favorite craft beers is
Like choosing between your favorite kids.
yeah. Or,
Good
Yeah,
ideas,
right?
man.
Okay.
We will.
I
We
know.
will do this.
I know we've had a couple on our beer tastings already that I enjoy. Young's Double Chocolate Stout, absolutely love it. I go out and get it multiple times. Celebrator.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
The
for sure.
Founders Stout peanut butter porter, or the Founders
Yeah.
peanut butter porter was really
The
good.
Founders was unbelievable. The Celebrator for sure is one. I can't remember the name of the one from Wisconsin though.
There's one I won't say, but I don't know what we can say on the radio just because of the name of it. But
No,
It depends on what it is. guys.
Fatherless Child.
Yeah, that's fine.
we can say that.
Okay, the Dirty Bastard was actually one of my favorites that we've had.
Yeah, that.
That's so funny. That used to be his favorite rapper.
ODB.
Everybody loves ODB. Wu
Yes.
Tang.
Hey, yes, that one. Founders put it out. But that is a top 5. I guess we could kind of make it. I mean, Celebrator, which he said, definitely one of my top 5s. What was the other one? God, we had another one that we just.
Basically Reese's Cup in a.
Yes, and I cannot think of the name of it.
Honestly, no. This isn't even one that we actually had on the show. This is when we went to Chiha. When they took
Yes. Oh my.
their coffee stout and
Yeah.
mixed it with a coffee ale and mixed it together. It was really good.
Yes.
It was very good.
All right, guys. If people want to watch your show, reach out to you. Facebook, YouTube channel's fantastic. Definitely smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you get links to all those videos. pitch it, man. How can people find you guys?
Go to YouTube, type in Real in a Beer. We're actually, now it's been searched so much, when you start typing Real in, we're one of the top results you get in for the search right there off
Yeah,
the
but
bat.
A Real, which is AREEL.
Like movie Reel. We're one of the top things you find on there. We got an Instagram.
Same name.
It's same name with that. Facebook page, A Real in a Beer. You can find us pretty much on almost all aspects of social media. Every one of us have a Snapchat, and we're always sending stuff on Snapchat.
Yeah.
If you want to get in touch with any of us, just go through the Facebook page, go through the YouTube, and you can always have direct contact with any of us.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much, Dave, to come in. I'm excited. I'm definitely going to have you back, and I'll try to be a little more prepared myself.
We're going to come back with our top 5
I
beers.
was shooting from the hip.
Yeah,
I was shooting from
we're
the
gonna
hip.
come back and actually do a whole list, segment of different
Okay,
top 5
okay.
movies, top 5 beers.
I'm more of a root beer and peanut butter cookie guy, but
There's something for you, my man.
There's got to be something for you. There's a beer for
That's what
everyone.
I love Bart's, and again, go ahead and introduce your team again. But before you leave, I know it's more than just 3 guys that make this happen.
Oh, definitely. We definitely got a lot of people behind the scenes that help us. One that's not here, Mike King is one that helps us a lot. Mr. Danny Martin is another guy that helps us a lot. They've been working on some commercials that we're about to start dropping, these little 20-second snippets of commercials that are absolutely hilarious.
It's us having fun. And
It's us having fun, doing real goofy stuff. Miss Carrie Ledbetter is Brad's wife. She's always there and helps us a lot. A lot of times you won't see what she does because she's not in front of the camera, but she's behind the camera Googling stuff and telling us this many minutes, things like that. And then Lori Partee is another one who always joins in and helps us a tremendous amount. Those 2 guys actually run our social media.
Awesome.
We do all the other stuff. They do the grunt stuff on the social media, which is huge. You don't always see those people, but you work at a radio station.
Absolutely.
Mr. Foster right here behind us is grinding.
they're the
while we're
ones
talking.
putting us in our place most of the
I'm
time.
sure. I can tell.
Lori does the majority of the social network. I'm just saying. I'm totally inept at it.
But
She
what
does
you
that.
do well is you get your husband to the shows and
Yes.
stuff, right?
I have to make sure he's there.
That can't be easy.
And he's
I'm
away.
sure, but that can't be easy.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
thank you so much. I can't
Thank
wait
you,
to have
man.
you back on. I'm excited. And if you hadn't had a chance, go to YouTube, check them out. Definitely subscribe, smash that bell so you get all the new videos. Again, it's a very important day, I think. You guys are here. Aretha Franklin passing away. Same day she passed away as Elvis. And so we're going to play a lot more of that music. And since I am a huge New York Yankee fan, I'll work Babe Ruth in somehow. Same thing. Thanks, guys. More to come. Let's get
Go
some
Red
news.
Sox.
And,
Thank you.